other boats bump into it. No, it's run along the bottom. 5 minutes. Well, I'll be darned. Gosh, science is golden or something, isn't it? Will you let me say what I started to? Shoot. Well, it seems... Well, I am up here... He paused and swallowed several times distractedly. Oh, yes. Young woman, Colonel Morland has called me up again to ask me to be sure to bring you in to dinner. His son Toby has come all the way from New York to meet you, and he's invited several other young people. For the last time, will you... No, said Ardita shortly, I won't. I came along on this darn cruise with the one idea of going to Palm Beach, and you knew it. And I absolutely refused to meet any darn old colonel, or any darn young Toby, or any darn old young people, or to set foot in any other darn old town in this crazy state. So you either take me to Palm Beach, or else shut up and go away. Very well. This is the last straw. In your infatuation for this man, a man who is notorious for his excesses, a man your father would not have allowed to so much as mention your name, you have reflected the demi-monde rather than the circles in which you have presumably grown up. From now on... I know, interrupted Ardita ironically. From now on, you go your way and I go mine. I've heard that story before. You know I'd like nothing better. From now on, he announced grandiloquently, you are no niece of mine. Oh! The cry was wrung from Ardita with the agony of a lost soul. Will you stop boring me? Will you go away? Will you jump overboard and drown? Do you want me to throw this book at you? If you dare do any... Smack! The revolt of the angels sailed through the air, missed its target by the length of a short nose, and bumped cheerfully down the companionway. The gray-haired man made an instinctive step backward, and then 2 cautious steps forward. Ardita jumped to her 5'4", and stared at him defiantly, her gray eyes blazing. Keep off! How dare you? He cried. Because I darn please. You've grown unbearable, your disposition. You've made me that way. No child ever has a bad disposition unless it's her family's fault. Whatever I am, you did it. Muttering something under his breath, her uncle turned and, walking forward, called in a loud voice for the launch. Then he returned to the awning, where Ardita had again seated herself, and resumed her attention to the lemon. I am going ashore, he said slowly. I will be out again at 9 o'clock tonight. When I return, we start back to New York, whither I shall turn you over to your aunt for the rest of your natural, or rather unnatural, life. He paused and looked at her, and then, all at once, something in the utter childishness of her beauty seemed to puncture his anger like an inflated tire, and render him helpless, uncertain, utterly fatuous. Ardita, he said not unkindly, I'm no fool. I've been round. I know men. And, child, confirmed libertines don't reform until they're tired. And then they're not themselves. They're husks of themselves. He looked at her as if expecting agreement, but receiving no sight or sound of it, he continued. Perhaps the man loves you. That's possible. He's loved many women, and he'll love many more. Less than a month ago, 1 month, Ardita, he was involved in a notorious affair with that red-haired woman, Mimi Merrill, promised to give her the diamond bracelet that the Tsar of Russia gave his mother. You know, you read the papers. Thrilling scandals by an anxious uncle, yawned Ardita. Have it filmed. Wicked clubman making eyes at virtuous flapper. Virtuous flapper conclusively vamped by his lurid past. Plans to meet him at Palm Beach, foiled by anxious uncle. Will you tell me why the devil you want to marry him? I'm sure I couldn't say, said Ardita shortly. Maybe it's because he's the only man, good or bad, with an imagination and the courage of his convictions. Maybe it's to get away from...